All right, guys, we're back here. I'm joined by I am obviously Angry Monsoon, and I'm joined today by Buzzy the Brain Thunder. How you doing, Buzzy?
Hey, how's it going, Larry? How you
Yeah.
doing today?
Pretty good. Let us know how the Buzz to Angry Larry ratio is in terms of audio. I'm actually going to pull up background from PierpontLempkin's stream for the game audio. Let us know if music's too loud, Buzz is too loud, Angry Larry's too loud. That'd be
Yep,
really appreciative. How are you today, Buzz?
terribly helpful. Yeah, I'm doing all right today. Not too terrible.
Now, you had a
I'm
good.
just ready for some more Zelda. I had a decent run earlier.
Yeah, it was a very interesting run where your Palace 5 was on Maze Island. Talk to us
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I forgot to report that to Dig Shake. I'm sure he'll pop up.
Will any
Yeah, that
King
was.
bots fall on the commentators in this race? We can only hope.
I hope that doesn't happen on this race. Yeah, what happened was my path to the Maze Island was in the right spot, but right next to that, actually Palace 5 was on another raft tile next to that. So if I never approached that from the right direction, I would have just been wandering around for Palace 5 for a long time. So
Yeah, it's actually amazing you found that.
I just approached it from the wrong direction, the Maze Island tile, because I was walking in the ocean. So if I didn't do that, yeah.
Yeah, imagine how booty that would have been if you weren't able to do that. So his stream's a little bit off here. I'm gonna pull it down into my main monitor here. Hopefully it still shows up for everybody. Just to get a good ratio, and I'm gonna stretch it.
What's up, Double A? I actually I have a umbrella in place to make sure there are no king bots that will fall.
Double A, the greatest man that ever lived.
He's the man responsible for this layout, isn't he?
No, I think that was 8gen.
Oh,
Actually
yeah.
knows. And also responsible for the pink variant. There's only one pink in every case of Zelda 2 randomizer layouts. We'll throw that up there right now just to show you I have it. There you go.
I didn't mean to
Bit more music in the
give
background.
credit to the wrong person.
Every time I reload, it mutes his stream, so apologies for that. But yeah, I'm gonna give the runners the okay to start whenever they're ready.
I still don't see Burbs.
Refresh, because I did see his.
Oh, okay.
He's entering his name right now. Actually, they both readied without even me saying anything. So.
Okay, here we go then. Excuse me.
Yeah, so we'll see our runners. As soon as we see our runners start moving, I will start the timer. As always, when we start this race, we ask that we have a little bit of a quiet, serious time while runners try to make their way out of the Northern Palace. It can get a little tricky. So.
Yeah, so one of the more difficult parts of the game, it's always nice to... Oh, sorry, I'm talking over it. Alright, they both got out.
Alright, very nice.
Oh, and immediately I noticed that we have the wrong seeds.
Wrong seeds.
Yep, they're gonna have to restart. They're pretty similar, but I don't know if somebody had a different version there. This race is automatically null from the beginning.
The question is, what do you do at this point? We have to just do totally a new seed, I think. You know, somebody already had a little bit of advantage to see. I mean, depending on when they stop.
Yeah, if they even look. You're gonna just have to throw something up in their chats there. That's unfortunate, but if we catch it immediately, they should just get a new seed and start it up.
Yeah, I am definitely telling them. But Pierpont doesn't have no mic, he has no mic, no chat, so I don't even know how to get up to him. Burb has no candle, his flags are wrong. Okay. Well, Pierpont also has the advantage of seeing certain things as well.
Well, this should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in his chat. I sent them a whisper. I sent something in IRC. I mean, he has to just
send him a text message.
Yeah. I don't know if I do a mention here. See, he has no chat, no mic up. I don't know if that means he's totally playing no chat, no mic, or if he's... Looks like he's looking at something right now. He paused.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he just looked at it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that he's not responding to chat, but at least he's checking.
So guys, those who are more in the know from the community of, you know, tournament administration and stuff, should they forfeit out of this room and generate a new room? I guess they both have to forfeit, right? And then generate a new room?
Yeah, I don't really know how that works. I mean, it's only gonna change the SRL numbers, but they could just keep the timer running and then do a manual countdown and leave it the same.
Same room is fine? Alright.
I think that would be okay for if they don't mind, you know, the extra ticks on their overall time.
Same room's fine, but they both forfeited, so the channel will be cleared in 10 minutes. I don't know if they can restart anyway. Just reset.
Okay, well.
Forfeit rematch? Okay. Well, they left the channel anyway, so...
Okay, that answers that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because they had a little bit of a good seed there. Pierpont found some stuff, and then Easy Palace, right outside Northern Palace. And at that point, I didn't even really see what was going on, so...
Yeah, I just kind of abandoned it all. So yeah, unfortunate false start here, but hopefully we'll be back in business in just a couple minutes.
Okay, so they both left the channel.
And I think it's 2 false starts and then you get a disqualification.
Yeah, we're not playing with the new Olympic rules where it's one and done, because that's very unfortunate to be preparing for this for 4 years and then accidentally twitch and get disqualified from the Olympics.
Yeah, I found that rule to be quite outrageous.
I mean, I remember the days where there were multiple false starts and like one swimmer would jump and then like 6 more would follow him into the pool, and they'd have to do it over and then over again because somebody else false started. It was it's crazy. Yeah, it was easy to notice because right there the palace was right by Northern Palace, and the other dude had a grass tile. Sorry, a forest encounter right there. So.
Yep.
Little mouth music while we wait. Well, that's why I asked. I didn't know if I had to tell Burb, because at first I didn't even really know a way to say who had the wrong seed. And then as soon as you went into the cave and so you didn't have the candle, well, you knew it was Burb. So that's why I asked in chat, and I saw that somebody did answer redo.
Yeah,
So.
I don't think anybody wants to see a tournament race decided for something like that.
No. I mean, the only thing we could have done to be fair was to, to be fair to Pierpont, who did do the right seed, was to tell Burb, and Burb would have to redo everything onto his flash card and do it and start the race probably around like 6 minutes behind.
Yeah, he would have to reload the seed. Yeah.
Okay, it's a friendly restart because there's no prize. All right. Well, there's our first Buzz Thunder, so we can mark that off the list. The bucket list of broadcasting happenings. Get a little power pack. Both players are playing on a power pack, or a flash cart, if you will.
Yep, I'm not really sure if there is a difference in the menu based on which one you have. They probably run the same software.
The only hesitation I have from using the flash cart, and this is very small sample size, is I've seen 2, if not 3, races borked based on the flash cart just going crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely the way to do it if you don't want any input delay. But that's the risk, is that you have inconsistency. You know, if somebody stomps on the floor and your NES vibrates, and you know, I mean, it's all happened to us. Or if your roommate walks in front of the TV and trips over the cord, and you've been playing for 2 hours.
Did that really happen? Are you triggered?
Oh yeah, I have. That happened to me sophomore year. I'm having flashbacks sophomore year. I lived in a triple, and that's when I was heavy into playing this game, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, so that would be like no save, you know, playing for an hour, and then somebody kicks it.
Hold on a second. They entered a race that Vonky made, a channel that Vonky made for Vonky's race in.
Oh. They entered a separate one instead of making a new one.
They entered somebody else's channel, it looks like. Hold on.
Oh.
When's Vonky's race? Is it today? No, it's not today. They didn't schedule it. So they might have just entered, or Vonky might. I didn't see Vonky enter the race.
He might have just been fishing for, you know, other people to join a different race or whatever.
It says the room was created by PierpontLempkin, but I don't see Vonky. I didn't see him even .enter, unless he did it just before I went in. Hold on one second.
Seems like you guys have a decent strategy there in chat. It's a little risky, but I think it might work.
I mean, Vonky might try to be getting ready for this race, thinking it's a regular thing, like just a regular SRL race. Trying to get his attention so he can exit the race.
Yeah. A little bit of technical difficulties here at the beginning.
What would your strategy be to get someone disqualified, Buzz?
To get somebody disqualified?
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't even know. I don't know how you can do that. You just have to wait for them to make mistakes.
I would probably have Martin or somebody from Sweden do a DDoS attack on them.
DDoS?
Yeah. Invite him to Red Lobster. Say, hey, if you forfeit the race, man, I got some coupons. Let's go to Red Lobster.
Yeah, that might work. Or, you know, treat him to Sizzler.
Sizzler.
It's a really subdued Happy Gilmore reference right there. So subdued you didn't even notice it.
Let me send a whisper to Vonky on Twitch.
You know what? He should just play along. I don't know if that messes with anything if they actually had a third guy in the actual race, you know.
I mean, the quickest thing to do would be just to back out of this and make another. Oh, there's Vonky responded. So.
Is he gonna quit?
Yeah, it looks like it. And okay. we're gonna be take 2 in 10 seconds.
All right, here we go. Things are happening.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, so welcome.
We're ready for some Zelda 2 randomized.
Yes, absolutely, and both runners are given the green flag in IRC, and we're just gonna wait on the delay before they go. Again, we have Pierpont's game audio on because he doesn't have a mic, so let us know if we have to raise it a little bit. P and G, Northern Palace. Let's see if they get out as successfully as they did before, and they do. Another Palace right from start, and looks like we are playing with the same seed here.
It looks like it. They went opposite directions, so it's not 100% easy to tell. But yeah, it looks very similar.
I've already surpassed my record for keeping the HUD up to date.
Palace 2 is directly to the east of the start point.
Yeah, in Quick Death Mountain, Burb does not take a look around. We do have a cave blocked by a boulder, so it'll be interesting. There's the back end of Death Mountain, so we've seen both ends of Death Mountain already, so it's not going to lead to anywhere spectacular.
And Mido.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Burb going the opposite direction out of this.
Yeah, there could be a 200-point P-bag there waiting for him, and that's an easy attack.
Oh, there you go.
Likely.
We just saw the P-bag encounter there. That cave has a P-bag in it, so we know that rock block spot is guaranteed to have an item.
Yes. And both players have found Mido. They don't have the Water of Life medicine. They don't have Fairy or Jump, so they can't really make much use of that town other than to get healed for life, but so close to start, probably won't do it. There's the back end of what is either Jump Cave or Fairy Cave. I'll mark it as... I'm sorry, Parappa the Rapper Cave or Fairy Cave.
And we do have a virtual spoon as both runners enter Saria.
Yeah, the party end of Saria.
I will find the mirror and return it and get a spell. Let's see what we got here. Yep, Burb is going somewhere else.
The boulder can block...
Oh, he wanted a life. Never mind.
The boulder can block... There can be a boulder that blocks a cave. It's anywhere between 0 and 2 times. But we got Thunder in Saria. So, being that we found the P-Bag Cave, the boulder's guaranteed to block one of the items because the boulder cannot block a cave that passes through to the other side. And that's how we know that.
Thunder is it's a great thing to find just because it's required to beat the game to kill Thunderbird, but it's not terribly helpful starting out because most of the time you can't really cast it. But if it's cheap, it's nice to be able to get extra hits on guys.
I mean, I did have a seed earlier or last night that I was able to cast it almost right away. I would think it was 63 MP. The only thing is, I think it basically works on your attack power. So casting it at attack 1, attack 2, I mean, you're hitting a blue nut knuckle at least 5 to 6, 7 times thereafter anyway.
I didn't realize that it responded that. I thought it had a constant...
I think so. I may be wrong on that. Someone will correct me. But there is the business end of Saria. So neither Saria or Death Mountain will take us to any inclusive areas of this continent.
Yeah, I didn't see a path leading south or anything, so it doesn't look like anything is necessarily blocked on the west side.
I did see a boulder blocking a road down there. Thunder's damage, thanks. Oh, thanks a lot. So there is that. Is that the one? Yeah, that is the one, because we're right by the Northern Palace. Pierpont checks just to make sure that Zelda's not already awake, and he goes back out. And he finds the other side of Death Mountain. I believe this is the side Burb found. Burb did not troll around in here. Pierpont looks like he's going to take at least the immediate caves. We'll see if he explores any further.
Yeah, it's always worth your time. Sometimes you get lucky and find the item cave. There are 39 caves available there, so it's possible that you could find it right away.
36 caves that have a pass-through. One is the hammer spot, and one is the... 2 are the exits out in and out of Death Mountain. And then you also have the Spectacle Rock inside.
Spectacle Rock, yes.
We got the back end to Jump Cave on
all right,
Burb's
so we're
side.
going to see... So, yeah, this should send... we didn't see the other side of Jump, I don't believe.
No, we also didn't see the other side of Parappa the Rapper.
Okay, so we probably...
Or either side of Fairy Cave.
Easily accessible, the southern section of the western continent.
Yeah. Both players going through it. Oh, no, he's on Fairy.
Yeah,
he's in the back end
he's
of Fairy
doing
Cave. Okay. And we'll see. We'll pause for dramatic effect to see where we wind up.
There you go. That looks like it might be right on the other side of the rock. Yep.
All right, and then Burb also winds up on the other side of the rock. No, runs up south of the river. I don't know where this is in relation to the starting. This might be south of the rock. Yes, and Pierpont does confirm that because now he's in the same area.
Ah, there we go. Yep.
Fairy's playing a little bit hard to get, but Burb handles it.
We still don't have any items.
No, we do not. We haven't found a single item cave. Well, we found one item cave, but hammer blocked.
Yeah, no, starting out on the randomizer, that's the main strategy. You want to find one of the 4 caves that are going to hold an item for you, because they're just lying on the ground free for the taking.
Well, while we wait for this exploration, Buzz, why don't you explain exactly how the overworld works in terms of the Western continent, the randomizer works in terms of the Western continent?
Yeah, there's a few constants that's going to be on the west. Like I said, your early strategy, you want to find one of the 4 cave spots that's going to hold an item for you that's lying on the ground, but those are all going to be scrambled and moved all over the place. You have a few pass-through caves as well. I believe we just saw the grass spot. That's another one of the places that it has your guaranteed item, which is a heart container. There are going to be the 4 towns. 5 town tiles, because Syria has a pass-through where you can go out on the other side, and then the 3 palaces, and 2 entrances to Death Mountain. And here's another item cave right here. We have Pierpont finding the medicine cave, and Burb doing the exact same thing, just a little bit behind him, so pretty even in exploration here in the beginning.
Yes, and the one thing you do want to find in these caves early is you definitely want to find the raft. Sorry, the raft. So you don't have to really dip into anything too intensive. The glove is also a nice find because you know where the raft is going to be. It's only in, 8 logical spots. Or, I'm sorry, up to 9 spots. But the glove can be in any of these 9 spots and then anywhere, any 8 of these 9 spots because it can't be in Palace 3. And anywhere over on the other continent. So, unfortunate that is the heart container in the medicine cave. So we have 2 heart container finds out of 2 item spots.
Yep, the items that you really want are the raft. It is required to beat the game because you need to go over to the eastern continent. Also, the glove is going to be very much required.
Yeah, compare it to the ladder in Zelda 1 randomizer, where it's most likely required.
Yeah, I'd say higher percentage than the Zelda 1 ladder. Yeah, but very required. But there's a lot of other items that can be required too, but it's just a lower chance, like the boots or the flute.
Burb's going to dip into Palace 2 here, while Pierpont goes into Palace 1.
Yep. Interesting to go into Palace 2 first.
Especially with all those, with 2 more caves, at least 1 more cave to find with an item, and the grass spot was a heart container.
Grass was a heart container, yes.
I'm sorry.
That's
so
all we've seen is the grass cave and the medicine cave. Both
I marked heart container and heart container cave for some reason because everyone kept saying heart container. No
the
key.
item is an easy find in Palace 2, but yeah, Burb does not have any keys. He needs to go find one if he wants to see what the item is.
No key and no fairy spell. So it is interesting to, this is definitely a different strategy than we've seen most runners use lately. Most runners tend to navigate, get all the spells that they can, get all the items that they can, and then dip into the palaces. And as you can find, easily key blocked. Both of them have, but here comes Burb is going to get a key, so he'll probably go back and get that item.
Yeah, that might pay off for him, diving into 2 early. Again, that's unconventional to go into 2. Here's an early horse head. There's nothing wrong with going into Palace 1 early. You could usually complete it fairly easily, even if you're at your base levels.
Yeah, and
very
get
low
upwards
percentage being key blocked.
Get upwards of 2 attack levels in the process if you're fortunate enough to run it the right way, and the enemies give you some good XP. So there's Burb's cave.
Yeah, Palace 2, you can do the same thing as well. It's just that Palace 2 is so much bigger than Palace 1, and also you have a potential glove block and a fairy or jump block as well. It's just a little bit more risky to go into 2 so early.
So we've seen this strategy, I believe, in Pierpont's first race, where he against Vonky, where he saved the gem, and he's going to place that a little bit later.
It doesn't seem like a big deal if you you remember where the palace is, you remember where the gem is. It seemed like it was very close to the entrance, so you can exit and level up. I've certainly done that before, just to get over your threshold and
some people
be
may
able to capitalize on that.
Some people may decide to turn left and just farm the palace. Some people may elect to jump over the gem, come back in the palace, respawn all the enemies. But look at that right there. He jumps over the gem and he comes into Heart Container Cave and finds the raft.
Yep, very good find. Can go east whenever he likes. I don't think we've seen the eastern raft spot yet, but that's usually not very difficult to find. It'll always be on the on the east side of the western continent.
It looks like Burb never went back to get the item. Instead, he's going to different areas of Palace 2 to complete it. 6 A's in raft, please. Thank you.
Yeah, we're still waiting on that emote to be approved.
Yeah. It's like the worst thing in the world. Worst process in the world. So Burb's just navigating Palace 2. Pierpont looks like he's going to go find the additional items. Didn't elect to go back into 1 to look for the item. He has the raft though. But he might want to do that when he goes to place the gem. Who knows?
Yeah, that's another thing that's fine to do. Just because if you have to come back for it if it's needed, it's not going to be that hard to find. But I just like to pick it up while I'm already in there.
Yeah, I don't like backtracking. I do enough wasting time already that backtracking is even more so for me at least. Where I don't think I could jump over the gem, save it, then have to backtrack, come back, place the gem, and make it worth my time. But certainly other people have shown that that is something they could do, so... See how it works out. Both players still at 1 attack here, at 12 minutes in.
Yep, not being terribly generous this seed for experience.
Chokebot's offline for the tournament race, because it's spammy.
Turning off Chokebot, wow.
Well, I mean, everyone hits exclamation point choke and there's like a wall of text 30 times over.
Oh, I understand it, but with good reason. People love it.
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah.
Okay, looks like Burb's finally going to go back and get that item.
Yeah, it just says see what it is. Is it the glove? It is the glove.
Wow, that's huge. Again, unconventional strategy, but finding that glove early, that's very big.
Yeah, very big. I mean, Pierpont does have the raft. It may be proved to be like a false comfort item, where he may elect to go to the eastern continent trying to find items, hoping he finds the glove over there. While Burb is in a little bit of mindset where he's a little bit more comfortable because he has the glove, knows the raft has to be over here somewhere, obviously, and may be able to start progressing, get on that linear progression path sooner than Pierpont can.
Yeah, definitely. If I find that glove, I'm diving into the dungeons on the west because there's nothing stopping you. You can just get them done, and then you don't have to look back.
See what the spell is here? It is the spell.
Spell?
Yeah.
And that's in Raru Town.
Is that Ruraru? I didn't see him enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Raru. Because we haven't seen any of the required items either. So yeah, the spells that the 4 spells on the Western Continent, you have 2 that are free in Raru Town and Saria, and 2 that are have item requirements. Rudo, you need the trophy to get the spell, and in Mido, you need the medicine to get the spell.
Yeah, the trophy will always be on the Western Continent or Death Mountain, and the kid and or the medicine Water of Life. One has to be on the Western Continent or Death Mountain, the other has to be on the Eastern Continent or Maze Island. Burb gets wamboozled there in Palace 2.
Ah, jeez. I was waiting to say that.
I was gonna pause and let you do it, but
It was just too tempting.
in my mind I paused, but I actually didn't cover that. I apologize.
It's all right.
So it looks like Pierpont's on it. He's looking for either the trophy cave or the magic cave. He finds Palace 3 at attack 1. I wonder if he's gonna grind a little bit. And he's just gonna jump into Palace 3.
Yeah, that's another interesting strategy. I like to see how much experience that red iron knuckle is at the beginning, because that's free. If he's worth 200, you know, kill him 2 times and you're already at 2 or 3 times you're at attack 3.
Yeah, attack 1 or attack 2 is 190. So definitely if he's at 200.
Yeah, Burb's gonna have a rough time here because he's trying to fight this blue iron knuckle with attack 2. Probably gonna take about 20 hits to kill that iron knuckle.
All right, he's gonna back out of Palace 3 and continue exploration. Again, we know that the hammer's blocking one of the items, but there is still one more cave out there, so he's looking to find it. Both players found Death Mountain, but neither elected to really go into it too much. Iron Knuckle's tough. How much was Thunder?
97.
Oh, okay, well, it looks like he's not going to be able to cast that. So, gets over it.
Well, you also have a Moa and a Stalfos in that room, but yeah, takes his 3 deaths, and Burb is wamboozled yet again in 2, but relentlessly diving back in.
And we found the magic container cave, so this is the last item we can get without the hammer on the Western continent, and it is the magic container. So not a good set of items here.
Yeah, very interesting. That means the trophy might be in that hammer block trophy cave or in one of the 2 spots in Death Mountain. And then one of those other... So out of the 3 that we have left in the overworld, the other one has to either be the child or the medicine.
Yeah, trophy or the 2 spots in Death Mountain. 2 or 3 of them are magic items.
So that means that the other item probably... No, okay, never mind.
Well, the other item could be anything.
It might be the item in 1 and 3, might be the hammer.
Well, you don't necessarily need the hammer on this side. I don't think it's required to be on this side.
No, never mind. I was getting ahead of myself with where things could be.
Well, Pierpont's checking out to the east right now. He did not go into...
Wow, another heart container in the desert tile in the eastern continent.
Yeah, we found 3 out of 4 already.
And then a palace right there as well. Not bad.
Unfortunate, the more heart containers and magic containers we find, the more I wouldn't say necessary item, but an important item could be in a palace.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about the seed you had before, which was 100% flute blocked.
Yes, it was.
The race I called with Dig Shake yesterday was 100% boot blocked. So
yeah, it's a little bit rare that happens because I probably ran about, I'm not sure exactly how many, at least 40 of these, and that was the first time I ran into a 100% flute block. So I did skip a lot of items, and then when that happens and you don't have the flute to get into Death Valley, you got to dive back into dungeons and dig.
Yep. So Burb's going to make his way through 2 as well, and Pierpont's still exploring the eastern area.
I hope for his sake, that better not be a game over.
So Pierpont finds the only town in the eastern continent that requires an item to get a spell from. Unfortunately.
Yep, and to get upstab, you would need to have jump or fairy, and we don't have either of those yet either.
Nope. And it's hard to navigate the eastern continent without downstab.
And there's 6 right by the start.
See if he fights that. No, he does not. He took a pea bag, and the pea bag gave him attack 2. But doesn't elect to try to kill the red knuckle.
Burb is not being discouraged from Palace 2.
Yep. He's going in. It's a miss to the back there. It's tough. No downstab in the eastern continent, and you got to jump over these lizards with bubbles above them that knock you back. It's not a
the downstab is just great to have with all of these encounters.
Yeah, just pogo over everybody and don't worry about it.
Well, there's the water tile. We've already seen the desert tile in the eastern continent. Those are the 2 spots that are just going to be sitting out in the overworld that contain an item. You do need the boots to access the water tile. There's also going to be an entrance to Maze Island, which we just see Pierpont going into, and Maze Island will have 2 fall encounters where you fall down a pit and then 2 of those will have an item. Maze Island also always has Palace 4.
Yes, and we can see some interesting things on Maze Island where an encounter can skip you over to the other side, so you can get boot blocked and quote-unquote soft locked. I don't know if you want to call that a soft lock in Maze Island and have to go back to Northern Palace. But it doesn't look like this one's arranged in such a situation where that could happen.
Yeah, it looks pretty easily navigatable.
Yeah, we saw that in the simple V Resner race. And like we alluded to before in the run you did this morning, the bridge outside actually contained Palace 5, where it was the Palace. It was a bridge tile, but that's a good find right there, Buzz.
Yes, the boots in the normally holds the magic container. That's a big item.
Now we have to if I'm Burb, and there's the other item. Let's wait for this one. No, it's the same encounter. If I'm Burb, I just leave here because this is I don't know if it's just the attack 2. It might be the lack of downstab. Might be the enemy set. He's got 6 heart containers, life 3. But I think you just have to get out of here. You have to come back later at this point.
Yeah, I agree 100% because he keeps going the same direction, and we don't even know if that's technically where the boss is going to be. There's still a lot of the palace that he hasn't gone in. He keeps going to the same spot.
Yeah, and Double A brings up a good point. Let's discuss sky levers for a moment. When you're on a sliver of health and you pogo over Elizalphos, and pogo right into a sky lever that's just hovering in the air like a idiot, like a stupid idiot.
They just pop up out of nowhere. Yeah, those guys are fun.
Yeah, and how about when they're invulnerable?
yeah, that makes it even more fun. All right, looks like we have our second and final item in Maze Island.
With his perspective, and I gotta mark the boots. I know that.
It is the medicine.
The medicine. With his perspective, he was really hoping that he found the glove there.
Yeah, definitely.
He's gonna go into 4. He doesn't.
Interesting.
He has.
Yeah, you don't. He doesn't have the reflex.
No. But
he doesn't.
He's gonna dive in. And he's gonna look for the item. This is interesting here.
So Palace 4. Yeah, I mean, the item might be what he's looking for if he's looking for the glove. That's a place to look for, but he has better options, I think.
Oh yeah. And this option can come naturally once he gets reflect and makes his way here.
Yes, definitely, because you're going to have to get reflect and go through this dungeon either way. Again, the boss in Palace 4, Karok, you do need the reflect spell to be able to beat him and place the gem.
Yeah, and he's got the
so
boots,
yeah, this is exactly what I was fearing for Burb, because after all those tries, he just finds a dead end with a key.
And he passed up another key on the broken down bridge. Collapsible bridge area. So he'll make sure he picks that one up for later use. But yeah, he speaking of the boots and Pierpont, he has them, and there's a lot more of the Eastern content to explore. He is going to up A. He's going to come back out.
Yeah, nice. There he goes. He also knows that water tile is not far away from where he entered, so that's another free item.
Right, and hopefully he remembers that. And you know, easy way in, easy way out now with the boots. That's why I like to have them when I get into Maze Island. You can skip so many encounters with them. Get right to the palace, get right to the item tiles. Looks like Burb's going to go a different direction now.
Saying this potential here that one of our runners could be in Palace 2 the entire duration of the race. Or at least for the first half hour.
Yeah, I'm not too sure I would want to watch that. That's like a Dudley Arnold in the bike shop situation.
Right.
Yeah. There's our buddy, the River Devil, blocking that road.
Yes, what's the new nickname for him? Has anybody come up with anything clever yet?
I've been trying to find something nice or just that would piss people off, and I haven't been able to do it. I drew a blank.
I mean, because it kind of looks like a malformed spider. I don't know.
There's the water
It looks
tile.
like that walking chair in Beetlejuice. Oh, and it's the pee bag. Jeez.
Candle bag. I hardly knew her.
So in the tournament seed, both of our runners start out with the candle. So the candle still has an item location in the overworld, but since they already have it, it's replaced with a pee bag, and that's what we just saw in the water tile. So almost look at all these items that we found, and all of them are heart containers, magic containers, pee bags. We have the raft, but
The what?
not the raft, but yeah, medicine and boot and Maze Island. But everything in the overworld is, for the most part, just you know, buffer items, not stuff that will help you advance the game.
No, not
help
at all.
you survive, but yeah.
He's gonna hope there's a pee bag in this cave. And there is 500. That'll get him up to, oh no, 75 short of attack 4. I think that is. That might be life 4 actually.
Should be attack 4. Life 4 shouldn't be that high.
No, but magic looks like it's a little bit expensive. I want to take some
Yeah.
early magic. Double A said the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, at first I'd want to find a useful spell that I'd want to cast, and then
Well,
I
I
would
mean,
try to level up.
To cast spell and then spell winds up giving you the glove, which he doesn't know, that doesn't, it's not possible, or giving you the magic key. I mean, that's definitely worth at this point. That's the dream right there for Pierpont. Find new Kasudo, and 5 magic containers let you get an item, which is the glove. The spell is like reflect or fairy, and then the other item with the using the spell is magic key. But we know the glove part won't happen.
Right.
At this point, he's just looking for an additional way out to find additional town. We only found the one town. We only found Darunia. And he doesn't have the kid. Kid's guaranteed to be in... Oh, well, kid's guaranteed to be on the Eastern Continent. Sorry, we have the medicine. I was going to say we found everything but the kid, but we found the medicine. My bad.
Yep, so we know that in our 3 available spots, one will be the kid, and one will be the trophy.
Now, on Pierpont's side, I don't know if he checked because he didn't have the boots at the time, but the raft spot, the raft that took him over, the pier, I guess, if you want to call it that, he might be able to go south with the boots and get around the River Devil that way. He might be going over there, or he might be just looking for a cave he hasn't taken yet. And there's a cave he hasn't taken yet. This one will go through to the other side.
Still can't cast anything. And that's going to be difficult with life 3 getting by this guy.
Yes,
Because it's probably 2 hits to kill you, now 3.
The trophy and the kid are 2 of the 3 items remaining. One of them could be blocked behind the hammer. One, if not both of them, could be blocked behind the needing the hammer.
That's true.
Let's say, because 2 of the 3 are the trophy and the kid. 2 of the 3 are blocked by a boulder, and the other is going to the other item could possibly be in Hammer Cave. So,
oh, here we go.
all right, let's see how many how much the magic number is. 5.
Well, that's nice.
So this is the
He's
dream
going
right
to be
now.
disappointed.
This is what he wants. Well, he may not be disappointed, because it may be the magic key.
I'm betting on the flute or the cross.
Is the hammer. So that's not a disappointment, because that's going to get him at least 1 spell item, which he may not. He should know and realize that at this point. Burb back into 2.
He just took a game over at Helmet Head.
Yeah.
I just lost Pierpont.
Let's see what the spell here is. Pause for dramatic effect, I guess. Ah, it's fairy. So he'll be able to get down stab, up stab, because he knows where Darunia is, if he wants to go backtrack there without having the kid.
And unfortunately, he doesn't have enough magic to cast the spell, which would give him another item. Mainly what the spell is good for is getting yourself an item from Nukasuda.
Yeah, it has its uses if you want to bypass pre-fairy feat, pre-fairy strats, I guess, in the Valley of Death path.
Yeah,
it had its use to turn people into bots, so you can not have to deal with as many flying enemies at you.
Yeah, I just don't ever find myself utilizing that spell.
The only time I really utilize it is if I decide to check a lava encounter tile on the overworld. Like, oh, maybe there's a pea bag in here or something. And, and then, it brings me into one of those.
Yeah, and then you get caught by an enemy.
Or it costs me, like, minimal, and I don't have enough to cast fairy or whatever else. Or fairy.
Yeah, spell to me is fire too.
It's fire too. Come on, fire has its uses, and more people are incorporating it into their gameplay.
Yeah, I know, and it annoys me.
You just want to hate it so bad, huh?
I'm just like, quit casting that worthless spell.
Stop trying to make that a thing. It's not a thing.
Exactly.
Look at all that open overworld. Well, I guess it's not really that open, but south of
a lot of swamp tiles.
Spot. Yeah, well, Dig Shake gets paid per swamp tile, doesn't he? Isn't that the joke?
Yes, he does. I think he gets 10 hypothetical dollars for each swamp tile.
Yeah, bison bucks.
Yeah.
Back at Helmet Head. I don't know how many lives he has left.
Helmet Head Part 2. He was really close to killing him too. That was a rough game over.
Yeah, it just seems to keep jumping right into his hurt box there. He had all of his lives left, so let's see how he does with full life now. Ruraru for Pierpont here, and he has the item, so he's probably might just be going to get a refill of health.
No, this is Naburu.
Oh, is this Naburu? I'm sorry.
This is yes. He's going to help out that thirsty broad.
I saw the glimpse of the first house, and I'm like, oh, automatically in my mind that's Ruraru.
They are very similar.
Yeah, but the colors are different. I should have noticed that.
Jump spell. So he has the Mido. I'd be going back to Mido, getting the spell from Mido, and
doing palaces 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, because
two, because he's did one already.
He can get down stab too.
Yeah.
And that's another game over. Wow.
Yeah, I mean at this point, if he was gaining levels, and it looks like he is just slowly over time. If he was gaining levels, then I would say, maybe it's worth it. But, I mean, hindsight, it's definitely not worth it at this point, because we're in, it's not unrealistic to say that this is 20 minutes in Palace 2.
I really think he went in there about 6 minutes in.
Alright, we have Old Kasuto now, so this is the last spell he can get here without getting the kid in either Death Mountain or the Trophy Cave.
Kasuto has the fire spell.
Alright. No Reflect yet. Reflect looking like it could be hidden behind... Well, it's hidden behind something. But is it the Medicine of Life that he already... A Water of Life that he already has? Or is it the trophy or the kid that he has yet to go get? We'll see.
There he goes. Good, right into Mido. Gonna get down stab. And let's see if it's a helpful spell.
What I'd be doing here is I'd be checking that one cave blocked by a boulder, and then I'd probably go into 1 looking for the item, or 2 looking for the item and Helmet Head, and then back to 1 looking for the item and placing the gem.
Yep, that's a perfect strategy for where he is, because if he does know the guarantees, he knows that item is just sitting there.
Yeah, and it's just because he's going to cash in the Water of Life now. If it is Shield, I will probably go into Death Mountain as well at this point, because one of the 2 items is there, and you already know if it's both of them or one of them when you check Trophy Cave.
And he does have the boots. so that's something else that'll help him navigate Death Mountain a lot quicker.
Yeah, any of the water tiles on the coast east in Death Mountain, you can walk over them to get to other areas, or even like 3-tile island. There's life. Any 3 tiles that is just one cave on the side, those have the possibility of being Hammer Cave. So you may be boot blocked from getting to that cave as well. But he has the boots, he has the hammer, he should be able to do all the things here. And let's see if he does it.
He's probably going to go to the trophy cave that's rock blocked and find the trophy there. Nope, yeah, he's diving into Palace 2.
It's west of start. It's like right there on the other side of the screen.
Yeah, not far.
Yeah, he's going to go into 2. So both players into 2 right now.
And we have Burb versus Helmet Head, part 3.
Yeah, safe strats here. Hit him twice, block. Hit him twice, block.
Yeah, he's doing... Looks like he's learning the strategy, because he was just jumping into him a lot towards the beginning.
Yeah, well, he has that hit box that's a hurt box that's a little bit in front of him. And we got Pierpont now gets the glove, so he just obeys. He's just going to do it over and go right this time. So any advantage that Burb had of having the glove is now just gone, because it's so easy to get in Palace 2.
Yep, his stubbornness for Palace 2. Oh, jeez. Okay, he finally got Helmet Head down. Burb is
I'll get on the marking of stuff. I'm just watching for a little bit in between. I marked the glove already, but spells I'm bad at marking. Palace 2, where is it? There it is. And did he place the gem?
He did.
Okay. Because I thought he was 334 before he placed the gem.
No, he was 333.
Okay.
He took the life level. And this will show you just the huge difference between going into 2 early, being not leveled up, not having downstab, not having any items, and we'll see how quick Pierpont can get through this.
Yeah, Burb's gonna go into this P-bag cave.
We'll help him get a level.
Are you sure he took a level, or he just bypassed the
Hey, I don't... He may have canceled it.
Okay. There's a link up.
So not a P-bag in that case.
Because I'm pretty sure he was 334 in his last game over.
No, I trust you more than I trust me.
Oh, listen, I can't mark. I can't be trusted to mark spells I call out, so... Up A, he's going to take a different path in Palace 2. We saw this with Burb. The couple paths he tried to take led to a dead end, so...
Yeah, the first most obvious path that looks like it's going to take you to Helmet Head is that key dead end.
Mm-hmm.
One of the 3 dead ends in Palace 2.
Burb having a tough time with that red Dyra in the P-bag cave where he got a 1-up, so... I mean, at this point, I'd probably just up A here. Reset, regroup, go try to find level 1. Maybe. If I'm looking right, he hasn't found Heart Container Cave or the Trophy Cave. We know it's Heart Container Cave.
Yeah, I think he only found 1 item before he went into 2.
Yeah, it was the glove in 1. It was the glove in 2. He didn't find really anything else except for the Heart Containers and Magic Container.
Yeah.
He's definitely not going right there. And now he does. Red jar only, so shame on us for calling him out on that before. He knew what he was doing. Pierpont's hoping to find an elevator and a right pretty soon to get to helmet head and get on with this. Oh, there's your buddy.
He is going the right way. Oh, look, we have a Bagu sighting.
Do you want to take 10 minutes to talk about how great he is?
I mean, if you want me to. I have about 3 different backstories that I have figured out for him.
Yeah, Buzz writes fan fiction for Bagu, by the way. geocities.com/tilde buzzthunder/bagu/index1.html if you want to go there. I really was catching Burb in Palace 2 here and there because I wanted to see the Eastern Continent on Pierpont's side, so I don't even know if this is the right way to helmet head.
He's going the right way.
Okay.
Or at least that pitfall room was the right way, so I'm pretty sure he's going to find him right here. Yep.
20 minutes in Palace 2. I wonder if that's, or 20 minutes plus. I wonder if that's a little bit disorienting to Burb. Trying to like
you would have to forgot absolutely everything about the overworld.
Yeah, you want to talk about momentum. You know, as silly as that may sound, I wonder if he forgot it. if he lost it, and I always got to rediscover things like, what was that town again? Okay, that was the, business end of Saria. Okay, was there a cave over here? No, it doesn't look like it. Kind of thing. But Pierpont's in a good spot here to place this gem.
Yep, just gets over that threshold to bring him up to attack 5.
There he goes. So, gem count 1 to 1, regardless of how much time Burb spent, but remember that Pierpont did explore the Eastern Continent, has gotten a multitude of items, and also just has to place the gem in 1 when he gets there.
Yeah, I think he doesn't know the rules or forgot about that rock spot because he just walks away from it.
Yeah, you have to angrily smash it even if you don't need to go through it. We have a Death Mountain discovery here. Not discovery, we discovered before, but exploration. He's spelunking in Death Mountain, Buzz.
Spelunking in Death Mountain, yes.
Or I'm sorry, excavating. That's right. That was the word.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was like...
That was the word.
Technically, inappropriate use of the word, but again, that's what you do.
We'll see.
I mean, that's Larry for you. Larry is the Brent Musburger to my Scuzzlebutt.
And it's Patrick Duffy
if anybody
leg.
knows. Well, actually, when they remember it incorrectly, he has Brent Musburger for a leg.
Oh, there you go. Talk about a sticky situation. Pierpont just wants to get the palaces done. He's done. He's over with them. He's just gonna complete this, move on, but he does have to look at that cave west of Start. He does possibly have to go into Death Mountain.
Yeah, it's a very high percentage.
Yeah, because if it's trophy or kid at this point, and 33% chance of finding, well, I guess whatever the probability is, finding the right one, 33% chance, but finding any of them, 66% chance if you go into that one cave, or 0% chance if it's not even in there. How about that?
It's empty.
No, it's the cross.
Oh yeah. So that was a magic container that we found in Palace 3. We still don't know what the item is in Palace 1.
No, we do not. And only Pierpont has been there, and he made quick work of it and saved the gem, so...
Oh, that's right, yeah. Hopefully he remembers that he needs to place that gem still. According to his splits, he does remember it, though.
He's just trying to find Rebedek now. He's in a good place with his XP to take attack level 6.
Yep, you're doing a good job staying at Magic 2, Life 3. That's nice to have that threshold so low, because I think it's only like 400.
Yeah.
Easy to surpass.
Now, Burb's in a nice spot here in Death Mountain where you can explore 3 different exits here. Check all these caves, hop back into that cave, take the elevator down, check another. I mean, they can lead you to the same areas, but at least it helps you it makes you feel like you're navigating Death Mountain a little bit more efficiently.
See, I wonder if Pierpont's doing the same thing. Oh no, he's cashing in that gem from Palace 1 that he has in his back pocket.
Yeah. Well, he's at the appropriate levels here, so he can go through 3, waste all the XP trying to get the Rubberneck, or he can just cash it in now, fresh set of XP, and then try to get to attack 7. Off the
since he already is going to have to explore 3 a little bit more, he already knows that he can get past that threshold again, so he might as well cash this one in for free and then go back and finish out 3 and end up with attack 7.
I would really love him from a commentary perspective here to cash this in for attack 6, up A, and go to that 1 boulder blocked cave before going to 3. It's equidistant from start, more or less. But he's going to walk up there. Well, he's going to walk up there because he's letting the thing go. But yeah, it's the it's the curiosity in me that I need to know what this is, that I would probably get there as soon as I can. I lost the race because I took the hammer in Eastern Continent, and instead of walking a little bit more to find the spells I needed, I decided to up A to break all the rocks because I think there were 2 caves blocked by a boulder. And what happened was there was nothing behind them, and I missed out. So
yeah, lesson learned there.
Yeah, lesson learned there. So I'm just basically telling somebody else to basically do the same thing because I need to know.
Yeah, that's one of the more useful pieces of information that I learned doing this is that once you see that P-bag cave, you know that anything boulder blocked is guaranteed to have an item. So that's why on my checklist, I definitely have a spot there that says rock, so I can write down where it is in relation to start, so I know to come back to it.
I circle, like I have initials down. Well, I have the, I have the HUD when I play on stream. But there's the boulder.
Right.
The boulder was right there. I don't know how hard it was to get to this spot. It looked like it was pretty difficult, but that might be a more streamlined path. But we did find Spectacle Rock inside Death Mountain.
Yep, still no hammer cave. But yeah, Burb does not have a hammer, so he won't be able to get it.
Nope. And at this point, I don't know what Burb would totally be looking for. Maybe the raft, but, just going into 1 and just finding the item there, and if it's the, heart container, then back out.
Yeah, with all the time he spent in there, you'd think that he would like to go to an easier dungeon and clear that out at least. But
we know it's in the heart container cave, so we know if he even goes into 1, it's still the wrong area. But I mean, your choices are finding a cave and 1, and let's not forget the raft could also be in 3. So.
Yeah, as Pierpont takes out Rebenak quite easily, and he's worth a generous 500, putting him over the threshold. So hello, tax 7.
Yeah, attack 7 on Western Continent. Now he has to know he needs to find the trophy and or the kid. Or the kid. Because one's going to be shield and one's going to be reflect at this point. Does he know everything? He's got a full spell. He's got 6 spells. If I marked everything right on my notepad.
That's correct, yes.
The Hammer Cave. Hammer Cave looked like it was in the same area with Spectacle Rock. We may have a alert everyone in the arcade. We may have an attack 9 screen coming. All right, ducks in there, takes the encounter. I wonder if Fonky's.
He's got to be looking for Death Mountain right now.
Yeah, I wonder if Pierpont's notes are like on the floor beside him because he keeps taking a look over the climb thing.
Yeah, exactly. That was the same comment you made when we did John Bloody Thumbs race.
Well, no, John went off screen.
Yeah.
So it must have been like on the table beside him.
He almost goes off screen, but kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I still like the race I called where they were pizza deliveries in between.
It's like Rubio reaching for the water bottle.
I think Buzz Thunder stumped me.
Oh no, that was an old news thing that happened last year.
Oh, okay. But the trophy is in the Hammer Cave. So we can see, hopefully, he's not going to up A out of here. He's going to walk out. If he's in the mindset. Oh, you know what? Okay, guys. I remember this from the first race, and this might hold true to second race. Burb does not have a second controller. So for anybody who's going to question his up A decisions, that is basically what it is. He's playing on a console with a flash card, no second controller.
That's right.
So he's not going to be able to up A at any point in time during this race.
I'm glad that Chad remembers Marco Rubio.
How can I not remember thirsty Marco Rubio? Because when you say Rubio, I live in New York, and I think there was a Senator Rubio. That's not Marcos. Not Senator Marco Rubio, right?
He was Florida.
I think it was like, okay.
I don't know if he ever was New York, but he's currently Florida.
Game over is more likely of an option, yeah.
Yeah, he should have dove into the fire pits back there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, now he's going to have a hell of a time just leaving.
Right, but he's also exploring the dead-end areas here, so I don't know how comfortable he is with the game in general, overall. Whether he's hoping just to find enough enemies to get him to the next experience level on the way, or...
See, it looks like Pierpont is... Yeah, definitely forgot where Death Mountain entrances are. And maybe he thinks that there might be another open item cave still, forgetting where that rock spot was, because he hasn't walked by it. He's basically walked around the entire western continent clockwise.
Yeah. Even
though it's directly, like, 2 steps left of start. He would have seen it and gone in there.
All right, I remember now. I had to look it up. Marco Rubio commercials in New York because of the New York Post broke a story about him. Yeah, it's maddening to know that you just up A away, and just if he just scrolls the screen to the left here a little bit, he's going to find that cave.
Where he is now. Well, now he's not going to go back because he's finding Death Mountain, so he's going to dive in.
Well, it could turn out to be the right decision. So, Burb does take the game over.
It probably is, but yeah, I mean, I was just saying, to get that other item that's right there.
Oh yeah, Burb does come out of Death Mountain with the game over, and now he's got to make his way to Rudo and cash in the trophy, and see what order he does things here, because he still has other things to do, like find the heart container cave that contains the raft. And Palaces 1 and 3.
Yeah, still a lot of work to be done for Burb here in the western continent.
I think that town was Saria, if I remember correctly. Both players finding that early, that he just passed up. That town down there, I don't remember. That might be Ruaru?
Don't have town locations.
No, I don't either. And let's remember that Pierpont does have the boots, so he's going to be able to access more caves quickly than Burb was able to. But I don't think this is the inner area with Spectacle Rock right there that he has to get to.
Yeah, both of the items are right there.
Yeah. Burb's going to cross this bridge that he can just walk around. And I think he did this in the first race as well.
I remember that from his first race. Yeah. Yes, he had the boots early, and instead of walking around this bridge, he went through it. So he must really just like this counter.
Well, he doesn't have the boots this time, but it was easily accessible if you just walk south and around the lake.
Yeah, I definitely remember that because he did that 3 times, I think.
And again, it's maybe an unfamiliar with the rules of randomizer. Maybe he thinks if he goes into that area, he doesn't necessarily comes out the other side. Maybe he thinks he might have this chance to come out in a different position, different area.
Possibly. Yeah.
It's speculation. So we'll see. There's
he just likes bridges.
It's Pierpont in one of those elevator rooms. We have the backside of Fairy Cave here. We already know where the front side is.
Now he's gonna find both items.
Yep. Let's see if he, there it is. And
it's... magic container.
Okay, magic container. You're a little bit ahead of me. Magic container. So, trophy, let me get that on the screen.
I thought it was right there where he is. One of these caves.
Who got the trophy? He got the trophy. That's right. I thought it was one of these caves too. It wasn't like the immediate ones around him, but Burb might have slipped through one cave and then got to another area that it was.
I think there was one open spot to the north that Pierpont skipped actually.
He was in this area before.
He thinks that if he checked all of those around the Spectacle Rock, it's gonna be a while before he goes back to that spot.
Well, my memory's pretty bad. I know that Burb was in that area, and then I look up and I see he was in Hammer Cave. So I could have just assumed that he was in there to begin with. There's the magic container for Burb in Magic Container Cave. So hopefully he finds his Heart Container Cave pretty soon. And again, I'm interested to find out what's behind that rock, on even if it's, you know, it could be the kid. And I'm interested.
It has to be the kid.
It doesn't have to be because it does have to be because the magic container was in the rock. Okay, you're right.
Yes, it has to be the kid.
Yeah. I didn't mark magic container for the rock. I marked magic container.
Oh, there he goes. Pierpont up 8 out of there, and then went right to that spot. So
yeah.
So he'll get a kid.
Well, one runner has the kid. One runner has the trophy, which is the golden ticket.
That would be the one thing to keep this close if Pierpont finds Shield in Darunia.
Yeah, because
he'll have to go back to Death Mountain again.
I mean, he has 3 gems to 1 at this point, so it's not going to be like pulling this race even. But still, he's got to find Hammer Cave, and he's got to go all the way to Darunia just to figure that out, to then up A and come back and navigate through an area he was possibly just 1 cave away or in the same area for. Remember the magic word, so he's now going to get the spell. And he doesn't have the Water of Life because that was in the Eastern Continent. That gave him the life spell. So he's got to find Rudo. He's got to cash in this spell. While Pierpont looks like he's going to go to Darunia because it was the first town we found.
Yep, seems like we're going to find what both of those spells are pretty quickly.
He can also grab Upstab here because he didn't do it the first time around because he didn't have Fairy. Buzz, while we wait to see what this spell is, do you want to give us some mouth music from the tune of Darunia?
No,
okay.
Thank you.
Bypasses Upstab. And he's going to go here. Let's see. Oh.
Well, it is Reflect, so he has no need to go back to the west.
Wow. Okay.
So he's probably just going to go in a 4.
Yeah, no need to go back.
Not wanting to get Upstab. I always grab Upstab. There's a very slim chance that it will be required because there's one room in the Great Palace that makes it so you need Upstab. But it only takes a couple seconds to grab it, and it's a nice luxury as well as could potentially help you out in the end.
Yeah, required or not. I mean, I like to use it for certain encounters as well, where spiders are jumping on your head, or Tektites jump over you.
Yeah, dealers or aches or boons. Boons are the worst. Those little fly things.
Yeah, I can't seem to upstab them without them shooting something at me anyway.
Yeah, they usually hit you anyways.
Here's the other side of Parappa the Rapper Cave. So Burb's gonna come out, I think, to like the southernmost section of this continent, down below the river. Yeah, right there in front of. Was that 2? That was 2, I think. That might be 1, actually. All right, here we go, Rudo. And we already know.
So it's gonna be the shield spell. Cashing in the trophies to Bagu's wife, or maybe ex-wife, I'm not sure. I haven't been officially published with my fan fiction.
No, it's not. It's patent pending. Upstab and downstab be randomized. That'd be fun.
I need Pierpont does a valiant effort to downstab and kill that lava pit. However,
well,
seems to be invulnerable.
Yeah, it's randomizer. You don't know if that's going to give you your life back or not.
Yep, sometimes lava only has 1 or 2 hit points. Sorry, everyone, I'm being sarcastic. Lava always kills you.
Alright, he's going to jump down instead of going that way. I wonder if that's a decision with keys and magic spell. Magic cost of fairy right there. No, he had a key. He just... Maybe he was on the other side of that. Oh, he was... You know, he was above that. He was above that before.
Well, the other thing, too, is when he took that fall, he walked right by a key.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out what the item is here in 6.
Attack 7, easily handled.
Oh, and another very generous... Yeah, he's going to level up like crazy after he places his gem now. He's looking really good with his levels. He did it about perfectly, and I think that's the #1 item that he would have wanted in this situation.
Yeah, I believe that's the only item that you kind of prayed for there, because he's got enough magic and heart containers. The flute is probably something you didn't want, and then the cross would have been something you probably didn't want either. So yeah, I think he...
Yeah, so it's no worries. Oh, unfortunately, not able to cast fairy there. So we still have 2 right turn directions that he skipped up with that fall path. So, oh, and he's able to backtrack right to it. So that's kind of lucky, actually.
There's a nice red jar from my memory.
Oh, and he still doesn't go right. Interesting.
I think he fell above the room to the right of that, if I'm not mistaken, one time.
But he thinks that it's this fairy spot is going right, so...
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, I don't think he's wasting the key there to go right, because in that room to the right, he fell above that room and then walked left over it. So I don't think that's even... he'd just be wasting a key to go to a room he already's been to.
How can you walk over it?
Well, when you fall, you land on the ceiling, and then you walk left.
Yeah, but it would spawn you down there. It wouldn't spawn you on the ceiling.
I'm sorry, you're right. Maybe he was... I don't know. Maybe,
okay, so we just saw the item in Palace 1. Burb finds a magic container.
Yes. And he's still looking for the raft, so let's acknowledge that. So hoping for a quick horse head here, so... No, it does spawn you on the ceiling. Is that because of the key?
Really?
Yeah, I swear I saw it. I am probably making it up, but I swear I saw it.
I believe you guys.
No, I think 5 of 10. One of us had it possibly right, the other one had it wrong.
Yeah,
so maybe like 4.5 out of 10.
That would be 5 out of 10, yes. You can just give me a 0 out of 10.
We're a team, so you can give us a 0. You can give us both a 5, because one of us was right. Alright, he's going to fall down again.
And Burb with a horse head fight.
What? Whoa, is that it? What the hell was that? Was that 2 Moas at one time? One gave him 100 XP, one of them gave him a red jar?
That's what it looked like.
Sarah Jessica Parker fight. Sorry.
Flight of the Navigator?
Horsehead in the city? I don't know. And those quick jump stabs to the hitbox of Horsehead and takes him down. Nice fight. Should get him attack 4. But more importantly, another gem. I hate this room. I really do. The 2 tile up jumps. 3 tile up jumps. I hate them.
Coming from it in that direction usually isn't that bad. Well, at least what we saw there, because there weren't any bubbles to mess with you. Coming the other direction, you usually get hit by the same bubble like 3 different times. So I understand your frustration there.
I think I have frustration and issue with every room there is in this game, except Northern Palace. I've mastered that one. So we're falling down this area again, and see, he's above it right there, but he didn't go through the other side, I guess. I thought he walked right, but maybe not. I mean, the fact that he's not going through that key door makes me think that he did walk right. Moas can drop XP and items in rando. That has to get fixed. That's broken. That's OP. Get Dig Shake.
I guess I've never seen that before.
I've seen it before, but I just always thought it was 2 at one time.
Okay, I didn't see that. That's a nice little loop that he has going here with that fairy room.
And this is befuddling him. He probably has to take a left here. Maybe like in that room he was just with the statue where the key door where we questioned whether he was or wasn't on the other side. Did he go left from there?
Yeah, it's a loop there. So
Okay.
from that it's the fairy room is on both sides of it. There's just those 2 rooms. And he's already been over there. That was the item spot, and then the other one leads him back to that loop dead end. So he needs to go left. Not here, but he might actually be stuck.
6 is one of the palaces that, or I thought it was 4, but maybe it's 6 as well, where you can get stuck in an area where, no, it can't be, because you have to be able to leave through the boss room or the start.
And he already went over here.
Did he jump over the pit with all those statues in the room?
That's what he needs. That's what he needs to do, is to go back and jump left over that pit. So yeah, he wouldn't be soft locked in this dungeon.
I mean, all the drops are here, so there's one more drop because he has to land.
Burb finds the raft in the heart container cave. Yeah, there are more drop rooms that we haven't seen. Ouch. And that was a game over. Whamboozled.
I'm going to say this is a fortunate game over, because it's going to enable him to take a different path from start to an area that he probably might not have been able to easily get back to. But this is a room we've seen him come in from on the left side. So
yep, that's true as well. Is there only one of those in Palace 6?
I believe there is. Yeah. But I'm wrong about everything, so I can be wrong about that too.
Yeah, it looks like he's going right back into it.
We've seen every drop in 6, Stole says.
I didn't remember the breakaway floor drop.
No, that's 4.
Narrow one.
Oh, the narrow. Okay. Thought you were talking about the one with the 2 unicorn heads. The 2 Ras. Any gem placement here? No, I'm sorry, he was already in there. I was gonna say I thought I missed the fight. Yeah, 6. I've definitely been confused and turned around and befuddled in this dungeon palace for sure. And the answer was always pretty much like right in front of me. I just was so focused on drops and dropping through rooms, I never jumped over a gap, or jumped over from the other way, or jumped onto the whatever that little platform by the statue drop area.
Another left turn dead end here, so
yeah. As Burb now makes his way through 3. I mean, Burb can get through here and get Carrick. He doesn't have a key. He doesn't have fairy, and he's trying to fight this blue nut knuckle.
That's just asking for death.
Yeah, I mean, now maybe just kill yourself because you don't have enough. You know, it's your last life, and you don't have an ability to up A. And you can't be that far into this dungeon.
It again. Yeah.
He doesn't have a key to even get by him. He just wants the experience at this point.
Oh, and another up A, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'd love for Pierpont here to take this elevator down 2 floors instead of going left. And then see what we have here. This might show up on the other side of the statue room anyway. I haven't really been
Yeah, he must have taken this direction already. Yeah, this is the jump room. And he's been to the other side of it.
And he's been down many times.
Yeah. So there may have been an elevator on the other side of this sort of thing that we missed.
The room
Cave
that
lift,
I sort of
falls.
misidentify as well as being a dead end. He definitely went through there.
Yeah,
This is
that's that fairy fire pit room.
Which will bring him to the left of this screen, right? It will loop in the same horizontal plane. That's a dead end. He's going to jump down here. This is a way through.
This was an item, I believe. Yep, this is the item room.
He was in that one where you fall. I was going to say the one after the first Rebenek where you fall down with that, but with that MIDI collapsible bridge where you jump over to the other side and normally get, what is it, a 1-up over there, I think, in vanilla?
Yeah.
We did see him beat that Rebenek, right? And go through over to that side and fall down? I remember you doing it earlier today, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was only the item Rebenek that we've seen.
Okay. So there's the other side of that. We're going to fall down again. Maybe he just can take that. It's going to do the fairy room again and go across. Pierpont's in love with, Burb is in love with fighting these blue nut knuckles. He does not have downstab, so let's remember that. And this is the other side of that 3-tile jump, I think. Maybe not. Maybe there's a second one of these rooms. Okay. Well, it looks like we're on a better track here.
Yeah, he game overed in this room, I
Okay.
believe. So I'm not sure if he ever got to the other side.
Well, we'll see what it is. Gotta be careful here. Fire is useful in this room. Just want to point that out. I remember this. Or I remember this in a different palace. But he has a choice to go down or go right here. Certainly more options than we've seen him try to do prior to his last game over.
He definitely has not been this way.
Yeah, well, he could have ferried through with no keys. But I'd agree. He's not been this way. Oh, he doesn't get life off in time. Both lives left. So, seemed like he'll be in good position to find Barba on the other side.
Burb's still walking around in level 1.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why. He placed the gem and he got the magic container out of here. And having explored almost all of the dungeon, he does find the Barba fight. I want to go back. I feel like we've seen that other Rebenek fight.
Nice Barba fight, 3 cycles.
Yeah, and he's going to place his 4th gem. And he
I don't know if we're going to go attack 8 or disperse the points between magic and life.
Well, attack 8 so we can make attack 9 a dream. 9900, I mean, come on.
Oh, Burb walked through that room yet again.
Burb's going to take, I think this is Parappa the Rapper Cave, back over to the area. This is how he got down here the first time. I wonder if he forgets where 3 is. I mean, 3 is right by start. And remember, he can't up A. He can game over, but he can't up A. And he did get the raft, so really Palace 3 is the only thing left for him, unless he wants to get the trophy and understands that the trophy's... Oh, the kid. I'm sorry, the kid is out there. He doesn't have the hammer, though, so never mind that option. The guy who requests attack 9 all the time, Buzz, just said attack 8 is substandard. Do you have a shame? do you want to shame him?
Oh, he's entitled to his opinion. He got me to subliminally do it to take attack 9 one time, so...
Yeah, that was great.
It was... Attack 9 is frustrating.
Pierpont's gonna up A in Palace 5, get all of his stuff back, and then go back down. Or go into it, I should say. Be nice for a quick Guma. He's definitely interested in that. Really no item he really wants at this point. Anything else is just a convenience, except for the flute, which is probably not necessary. Did you see the entrance to the Valley of Death? Or did you just see it?
We saw it from the path. I don't know if we've actually seen the entrance.
Okay. We obviously know we can get into Maze Island 4 and 5 and 6, so... Flute highly not required.
Definitely not.
Burb takes a game over. I didn't see where he was when he took that. It was... okay, he was somewhere else. I thought he was in the palace, but... So he's back in the Northern Palace. He's stuck a little bit here. Very tricky to navigate in Northern Palace, right, Buzz?
It's difficult. Going to the left side, sometimes you can run into a pixel-perfect jump to get past the second to last pillar. So I always exit to the right, which he smartly does right now.
Yeah. There's 3 right there. But Burb's going to go to the rock. Hope he can punch it with the glove. Again, you got to wonder what that long Palace 2 took out of him. And it's probably just silly to say, but, you know, you forget where things are. You're so focused on trying to make something happen.
Yeah, it's difficult to say.
I'm sorry, I put on the wrong one.
I can't find a lot of logic to what Burb has been doing. And if Pierpont finds a dead end in Palace 5.
Yeah, Buzz Thunder knows this is a dead end, but Buzz Thunder's going to check to see if it's a dead end anyway.
I always do, yes.
I started to, and then I stopped, and then I started going, well, wait a second, that could be the item room, because it looks like a boss room. And then I'm like, alright, well, the item room's to the left. So I just you totally screwed me on that room.
I think at some point I thought I was in that room where I actually wasn't, and it turned out being a way to go through, so I'm convinced. Yeah. Even though I know 100% now, I'm still convinced that it's...
Well, I had the same situation, and you informed me that that room has a little bit more overhead on you than that room.
Yes.
That one's a little bit more narrower. The other one might have a tile more above you in the ceiling. Clearance.
Yes, that's the difference.
Yeah. And it's right here. You'll see it as soon as he walks left in this room. Actually, no, it's not that room. I'm sorry. It was a different room. It's probably like a spacing like that.
Yes, it is a spacing like that.
So Burb took, I believe that was Fairy Cave back out the other side. I'm not entirely too sure what he's looking for, other than the fact that he may still be a little confused as to where he has to go. Palace 3 was right next to start. He's placed the gems in 1 and 2. I hope I marked that right. And he's not... Well, no, we know he was in 2. We knew he was in 1, so it has to be marked right. He hasn't done 3. He's possibly looking for Trophy Cave and maybe doesn't recognize that it's the one that's blocked by a boulder. And he's been in Death Mountain and doesn't have the hammer. So at this point, the only thing he can do on this side is Palace 3.
That's correct. And we just see Pierpont finding the item in Palace 5, grabs a heart container, and then he's going to up A and start from a different direction. Because that was a little bit of a long walk over there. Oh, and he... Wow, how about that? Right into Guma.
Yeah, it's
Very nice.
life 3, but 8 heart containers. Did he not cast shield? Does he have shield? He does not have shield. Shield was
Yeah,
the trophy.
he's risking it.
Well,
but
let's see.
he's,
I mean, Guma doesn't look like he has that much. He has attack 8. Let's remember
Yeah.
that. And Guma
He
doesn't
only-
look like he has enough HP anyway.
He only had to hit Guma 6 times there, so that was a really easy Guma fight.
Yeah. Will he place the gem? I guess he's going to place the gem because he's at 99.50. So that's where Magic 2 Life 3, as opposed to being 4 and 4, helps you out there. Where other people may have needed to grind for 1,200 more XP. Pierpont can take this, take his full advantage of this, and just stack it wherever he wants. Maybe all in life, and then the next gem he's going to just put all in magic.
Yeah, it's really nice to if you're able to get by.
I'd probably do magic here though, honestly.
I usually split it up.
Well,
Life 8 is very nice.
Yeah, with one more gem left though, if I keep one of the costs pretty low, and I take the upper limit on like life or magic and or magic, then you can just put the rest in the other thing. Because he's only got Palace 4 left.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty safe fight with Carrick as long as you have the life, you're not on your last life, and he doesn't just jump right on you.
Yeah, he's loading up magic.
We have an upstab required request. See if we can put in the commands to make that happen. On the back end. Enhance. Oops. I actually typed the keyboard. Enhance.
That would be the only thing left to slow down Pierpont here.
Or just a... Yeah. I don't want to root for an unplayable seed.
Oh, we do have the fence screen there. Guys peeking their head over the edge.
Yeah, you can see their full face, so I don't want to get yelled at, but by referencing it what I normally call it.
Oh, no, I think that you should. I was just busting.
I was already shamed in Discord yesterday for doing it. But then we see the other side of the River Devil here, so flute absolutely, positively not required. But he's looking for his way back to Maze Island at this point, and it's something he found relatively easy at the start. But he might be in a situation where he's in an area from Palace 5 that he doesn't remember how to get back out of that area. How close was the raft spot to start, Buzz? I didn't recognize that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not terribly far.
Because it may be quicker up. Well, there it is. He's gonna
Yep,
up
there
A.
he goes.
Because Maze Island was the... He found the water. He found Darunia. He found the water tile. He found Maze Island in like that order on the Eastern Continent. So there he goes. He's gonna skip the rock. So it's a bit of a hike, but he's got the boots and the hammer, so make short work of that.
Yeah, I mean that was only 30 seconds to get back to the start. Now he
And Palace 6 was
hopefully
by start as well.
yeah, hopefully we'll remember the path that he took to get to Maze Island.
Yeah, I think the path here is just go right.
Just walk
Yeah,
right over.
Go right. Past the water tile and then just keep going.
Yeah, it's right here. Game over for Burb in Palace 3.
I'm glad to see him in Palace 3 though.
Yep. Doing what he should be doing to be able to progress there.
Yeah, he may need a key, and he doesn't have jump or
Yeah,
fairy.
he was trying to break that floor without it, and it's not possible.
It's possible with jump though, right? Because it's one
Yes,
tile above. Okay.
Yeah, he would need the jump spell.
And that has to do with acceleration, I believe.
Yeah, you don't have enough force so that the game doesn't think that you're, on that same tile.
He's gonna go left here. Did he have an option to go right?
I didn't see. I was watching Burb.
Who's gonna go right now? Oh, you know what? He went left originally when he went in here. Remember we questioned his decision to be in there?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he has been in here before.
Oh, does he get the fairy off? He gets fairy off. Not particularly a hard room, but we all know the bots are total RNG, randomness, and they can be in pain every once in a while. And they jump in you, and you just fall off the collapsible bridge. But luckily he was quick enough to save it. He did spread it out. He is 875. We're hoping for one more life level, though, for the... Actually, no, forget what I said. I had my numbers mixed up.
Yeah. Usually at this point in the game, you're just like blowing by everybody. And he finds the item room. He doesn't even want to know what's in there, or maybe he's changing his mind.
Well,
He's gonna go for it.
We've certainly seen players like Dig Shake recognize this as the item room and just go out.
Yeah.
At this point, what could it be? It's the cross. All right. Well, may help him save a life on the way to the Valley of Death if those encounters are long enough and he has to jump through them. But another game over there for Burb.
I say it's worth the 15 seconds if it's another magic container to just grab it.
You're dressing up as a bot for Halloween. What would be some good Zelda 2? There's a dead end for Burb. What's a good Halloween costume from Zelda 2, guys? What would you guys, if you could make any costume in the world you wanted to, as we see the Carrick fight on Pierpont screen, what would it be? Buzz Thunder is going to be Bagoo Thunder. I mean,
yeah, that goes without saying.
It's obvious.
Just need a nice red robe and a gold chain. You can reuse your Jawa costume from last year if you want to be Karok.
There is the last gem for Pierpont, and he's going to make his way to the Valley of Death.
So you have to do a dual costume. Somebody goes Bagoo, the other goes the Riverman.
What if you're like, you do one of those, I don't know, like old school Sonny and Cher costumes where half of your body's Sonny and half your body's Cher, and you did like half Bagoo, half Thirsty Broad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Can you sing I Got You Babe? Like do both sides and you just have to do it like a full 180 flip profile wise. It's good stuff.
Yeah. I love the idea of the Thirsty Broad costume.
I would actually be the lady that carries the bowl over her head, though.
Which one?
I don't know. The third one. She's my favorite. The attention one. The attention-seeking one. When you try to talk to the lady in Ruraru and she gets in your way.
Oh, yeah. She always does that. She's like, have you seen this bowl? It's new.
You should totally come to my Tupperware party this weekend. There is the Valley of Death, but is it as simple as walking around here? Well, we know that the flute is not required, but is a cave required to get to it now? Well, there's the suspense ended for that.
Yep.
Little known fact, Dig Shake is a Stalfos. So Pierpont's just going to say, I'm going to cast Fairy and screw it. I'm going to Bo Jackson my way through.
Nice.
Only one encounter. He'll get to here and he'll up A. Get all the stuff back, get all the magic back, get all the life back. Open the thing, which you don't need the cross to open that, Buzz Thunder, like I thought for the first 35 times I played this game.
Nope, not required.
And we're going to take the first elevator down. First elevator down is just a shaft to another area. And then we're going to take a right through some block rooms here. What would you call this room if you had to make up a name for it?
Maybe the Waffle Room?
Waffle Room is good. How about Honeycombs?
Honeycomb's good too. Yeah. I like that. Because both of them are pretty accurate with the color and the pattern and everything. Or Crispix if you prefer
Waffle
those.
Crisp. And then we're going to make our way here. The other side of this is going to be, past the elevator, is going to be where the fairy is. And he has two options, up or down. He takes down. Now he has two more options, left or right. Meta, Buzz, we go right?
Yep, 100%. You want to go right. A new thing that I've been trying, though, if I find an elevator like that coming in the middle and fairy, I would check up and down just to see if it was a possible right turn or left so that you know you have that in your back pocket.
Yeah, I always check both areas. I take a peek, as I call it, just to think that if I do go this way, go right, and it is Thunderbird, I'm set. If it's not Thunderbird, let me check up and right. And if that's Thunderbird, then I'm set. Then if not, I have a choice.
Do you ever check left if you like go down into a fall room with a an option to go both ways?
No, I should.
Because there is a chance that checking left, you might see another fall option. So
well, that
I don't do that either though.
That lower half of a room where you could be on the top of the bottom. We're in the Enchantress of Numbers room here.
Yes, this will now from forever now be known as the Eon room.
We do go right. That is preferred. And then we can go down here on an elevator. We just got to cross this gap. Hope nothing flies at us. And we're solid. Now we have a left in our back pocket, an up in our back pocket, as you like to say, and a fall in our back pocket. The options are getting numerous, and now this adds another left in our back pocket. And then this is a fairy room. So there's a jar up there if you want to take it. So we cast jump to just find out you have to cast fairy anyway.
Yeah, I used to do that as well my first few times in that room.
Don't read chat while you're trying to navigate this room, or you'll just push down and go right into the lava.
Oh, wow, and he took a great path because he goes right to Thunderbird.
Yeah, that's absolutely the quick and easy, down and dirty way to go. He has no...
like you said, with all those different options, yes, 2 left, an up, and a down. So that almost guarantees with all those options that he's not going to be that far away from Dark Link, because all of those different paths means there's going to be a lot more rooms available before Thunderbird.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more rooms, and who knows how far they go and how much they loop around. Dark Link could realistically be in the next room. One thing you don't want to see here is an option to fall or not, or 2 paths that lead you to drops, because a drop can take you on the other side of Thunderbird here into one of those unexplored options, and you have to go through Thunderbird's room to get to Dark Link. But easy work there with Thunderbird. So we'll see what's on the other side.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's chicken room. That sometimes he decides to jump up the path with you, the steps with you. Yep.
This is one of the more rare rooms, I would say.
I don't see this a lot. I hate coming to this room if I'm going left. And then you have to cast... this is the upstab block room.
Yep, so we know now that upstab is not required.
No, we're going to go down there, actually. And we're going to go right back to the honeycomb waffle crisp room. I don't know which one I like. It's kind of seems wordy.
I'll just go with waffle.
The waffle room?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
I think I like honeycomb room better. But alright, we're going to cross this bridge and hopefully things don't fly at us. Things are flying at us, but it could have been worse.
What a fun room.
Yeah, it's absolutely. We're going to get fairy ready just in case. Grab the jar.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
Nope. Still can take a ton of damage on the way out of that room, though. That's what I've learned. Another option for left and one for right. That's our first option choice after Thunderbird.
Correct. Alright, we're getting warm. I'm predicting Link coming here very soon.
I'll go against you. I'll go with the drop room. Oh, it's just going to be another room we go across with the potential of getting buzzed thundered.
I've been good recently, though. I'm getting better.
Well, now it's in your subconscious.
I avoided it 4 times this morning.
I saw that, but you got a little after buzzed.
Yeah, after buzzed. That's good.
Down.
There's an example
option.
Right there.
Yeah, absolutely. There. The after buzz. You get the bot, he doesn't drop on your head, you hit him, and you still get hit anyway. There's a dead end.
Another chance. Ouch. That's what happens when you don't have upstab.
Yeah. Gonna go down. It's the easier of the 2 options than to go all the way back and go left. Back into the third honeycomb room. I don't really know if I like that, but we'll workshop it.
We call it the picket fences room, if you want to reference 90s television.
I mean, it looks like a honeycomb.
Or a picket fence.
All right. You're going to show me a picture of a picket fence that looks like that.
Okay, so it does have to be that left turn option that we passed. So Pierpont's going to go back. And running very low on life here, so...
Thunderbird wasn't necessarily quick, but it's not necessarily a pain to get back to. It didn't look like there were any hard rooms to get through.
No, not really, but again, you never want to up A when you're this deep into Great Palace.
No, he took a death intentionally at Thunderbird for magic. He took a death from a chicken knight, a Fokker, in the room after, and then he took a death. Well, no, this is his last life, so he didn't take another death. So he's got to go left here, and I think he has to cross one of those crazy rooms with the projectiles being thrown at you, if I remember right. As soon as he gets left through this room and goes up.
Nope, he's not. He is not going to have to go through that.
Okay.
Room.
What was that room then? Oh, I guess the room was. I guess did he already go?
That was right after Thunderbird.
Yeah, it was the second one though. There was one with that was calm, and then there was maybe the one that was calm was before Thunderbird.
Yeah, it's above this room that he's in right now.
Okay. Well, he's gonna go up.
He even went and checked to show you.
Yeah, well, that's nice of him. I appreciate that. He doesn't want a repeat of that. What's in the cave with the boulder blocking it situation. All right, we got a nice.
At least we know this is the only option. So he's 100% going the right way.
When you're going left here, you want to find that room that's split, where if you land from the top, you're blocked, and then if you walk into it from the left, there are the blocks that you have to break, downstab to drop through the floor. That's a nice room to find when you're going left. Or you just go up an elevator and find another path to the right. That's solid as well. So A. Two choices here, Buzz.
Ouch. Go right.
Okay. I'll peek up. Like you said before, I would do that just to see which direction that room goes in. Here's the bottom. Yeah.
Especially since he sees a drop room here.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably be inclined not to drop.
I would definitely go this way.
You would drop?
Yes.
Even with all those rooms to the left of Thunderbird that you have never explored, you would drop?
Yep, because I believe that Dark Link is in this very next room.
Okay.
But what do I know?
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I probably would agree, especially if I land in this room. I always like to think that when I land in that room and the T blocks it to the left, that you're going to see this room in the very next room. But I probably would have wasted at least 3 minutes checking up, and if it went right, probably would have went that way. So last life here, one health, no shield spell. PierpontLempkin for the win versus Dark Link.
Gotta learn how to fight Dark Link like Simple did yesterday. That's just I don't know how he does it.
And there it is.
Our race. We have our winner. Well done.
Here's our winner. PierpontLempkin, SRL time, 1 hour, 38 minutes, 54 seconds. Very good game. And during that whole navigation of the Great Palace, I did not notice what eyes. Looks like he's in 5. He's in 4. Burb.
Yep, grinding through 4.
Yeah, he did not. Did he do 3? He didn't do split on 3. I don't think he did 3 because he might not do it if he doesn't have the downstab. We'll see. Pierpont doesn't have a mic with him, and he walked away, so I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be joining us on Discord. We're going to put the shout out to him, and we're going to stick with Burb for a little bit here. We have another race in an hour. Well, let me just update you on the schedule here, because it is a busy Zelda 2 Randomizer Saturday. We have a match between Error and Scorpion Max at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can see that on this channel right here. There is a simultaneous race. Oh, it's not simultaneous. That's tomorrow. And then the other race is John Bloody Thumbs versus King Doll. That's on Dig Shake's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's Dig Shake and Ness Martin will be there for the call. So,
also, yeah, we got a couple of good races coming up here.
And then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, it's Saber versus Ness Martin. That's at twitch.tv/DigShake, and it's going to be Dig Shake and myself calling the action there, and they all should be pretty good races.
Yeah, those are all excellent matchups. Hopefully a better contest than this one today.
I do not know if Burb has Reflect. To get Reflect, he would have had to get the kid and then go into Darunia. I was paying close attention to the Great Palace, so I didn't notice all the things that Burb did, unfortunately. If somebody wants to fill me in, I will fill in the HUD here. And certainly be updated on the situation. I sent the invite to Pierpont, and I'm not sure he's on. He is on Discord. And he just quit IRC without...
Yeah, his stream is down.
Yeah. So it looks like he might not have had a mic or been set up for that. So we'll stick with Burb here for a little bit, but then we got to take a little bit of a break, get set up for the next match. So yeah, Jackamus is going to join me today for the race. I was doing it in private. What is it? 5 p.m. EDT. I'm not sure if Dig Shake needs any help though, AA. But certainly, if I ever have another opening, I'll definitely shout out to you. All right. So, anybody have anything I have to update on the HUD as far as Burb is concerned?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was diligently
yeah, it's
mapping out the Great Palace.
I mean, for all
I just love to see the odds on which turns you have. It's just such a different viewpoint to be able to watch somebody else do it.
Doesn't it always seem that watching somebody else do it, they do it like they know already? Like I'm not no. This is not accusation. This is just like they're taking all the right paths, and then you do it, and you're like, no, this is a dead end. No, this is a dead end. How do I go back?
I don't know.
He did get the boots. Okay,
really.
I didn't see what he did on the Eastern Continent. So where were the boots again? The boots were in Maze Island. Yeah, he was in Maze Island for a while. So boots, the only thing I didn't see. There had to be more. Did he get the magic container? What's his magic container, heart container situation here? Let's see. Next time he takes an encounter.
Well, he might have picked up the medicine, because if he was walking around that maze for a while, that was the other spot.
3-4. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm all set here. Everything else looks like it was cosmetic. He may have gotten... Well, no, that doesn't say horn. That says hour. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, Buzz, your opponent already finished. You're just kind of like... you're making your way around now. And, would you, take a little bit more time just to play the game out, or would you still be going as hard and fast as you possibly could go just to finish?
Yeah, usually, I always have the timer up. I'm basically always racing myself, so yeah, I try to power through. I never never really do casual runs of this game, I guess. I mean, even the Masters seed we did yesterday, that was a little bit casual, but once I got going on that one and realized that I'd be able to complete it, I was just like, yeah, I was just ready to go.
The Zelda 1 quote-unquote Tempest seed became casual for you.
That was a little bit different. Yeah, that was more casual, for sure.
Let me just leave level 9 and get the white sword, get a couple of heart containers, you know, get the medicine, get both boomerangs. I don't think I have the right candle. Let me go grab that.
I did take a 20-minute detour.
I still didn't finish that time. So
I would have just been taking more deaths to land molas. I had to escape.
Listen, that seed was land mola crazy.
Yeah.
But flute was not required. You can get around it. Flute is in. We didn't see what a flute is. It could possibly be the new Casino spell item, or it could be inside Palace 4. No, we saw the item in Palace 4, right? Didn't he happenstance into it? Pierpont? I don't know what it was though.
No.
No? Okay.
So those are the only two we don't know. So we have a magic container unspoken for. Oh wait, no. Sorry. It was the cross.
So chat, and especially those who have just been watching and not participating or not in the tournament anymore, who do you feel is going to win this? The whole thing? Buzz, who do you think? Well, Buzz Thunder is you don't have an opinion because you're still involved. Pierpont looks like he's gonna forfeit here. Sorry, not Pierpont. Burb, because he went back to the title screen and I don't think he saved. Maybe he did, because I don't know how he would get back to the screen without doing it. He did save. He's just going back.
I mean, there's a lot of good runners out there. If I had to choose one, I would pick Unos. But I mean, you got Double A, you've got Jackamus. Eon is really improved too, but I mean, there's still Error and Scorpion. I mean, there's so many. But again, ever since I saw which bracket I got placed in, I was planning on losing to Unos, basically down the road.
I mean, how about simple, just overcoming the odds everyone put on him about how he's not good at the randomizer, just going to the loser bracket and just winning 3 straight, and
that's
two straight, and just the last one, and just so tight that like his ability to do that was just so tight. He just did everything right. And
that was something I wanted to talk about this race, because it seemed like a lot of the people who get into this were just, oh, maybe I'll do this for fun, maybe I'll sign up. But a lot of our good players that got eliminated and down into the bonus bracket, you could tell that they've been studying and practicing. So I think once we advance in our bonus bracket a little bit farther, we're basically going to have a duplicate of the top bracket. Because everybody who lost early is going to be that much better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, we have Savers down there, Dig Shakes down there, Simples down there, and
well, that's the other thing too. Yeah, I didn't expect to see Dig Shake down there at all too. But I mean, there you go.
Yeah. Well, I no one expected Saver to lose. No one expected Jake Hooper to lose the first match. So it's fortunate right turn, fortunate misdirection, and do everything right.
The seeding was the other weird thing about it too, because the majority of the SRL points were based on a older version that a lot of these guys played for a while back, and then never came to the new version with the scrambled overworld. So they basically had to relearn it, but were still seeded very high, even though they had little experience playing it.
Right, and there was also an influx of people who played a handful of races all within the same time just before the tournament, and it boosted them above people that maybe naturally they're not ranked better than, based on skill in the game and combat as well.
I would fit into that category, I think, because
the guy who's doing a ton of races would fit into that category. Yeah. Everett just said he's ranked entirely almost on the old version. Yeah, I didn't realize until a couple days ago how much different the old version was, because I came in this new There's been a couple different updates since, but most of them have been like bug fixing and adding the tournament flags. But I come from a time in my day. This is Zelda 2 randomizer. You know.
Yes, I'm the same way because I joined the inaugural release, race when it was like, oh, this is the first one. It just came out and there's a bunch of people playing, but that one I had to forfeit immediately after about a half hour because I realized that I hadn't seriously played Zelda 2 in about 8 years or so. So it took me a while to get a little bit of the rust knocked off, and that's kind of what forced me to try vanilla and then get into this whole thing here.
Yeah, and
I'm really glad that I did.
Double A says he thinks the way seating was done was objective and reasonable, and unless you had all the runners playing the same amount of races, and there was no at a larger sample size other than the quick turnaround from new players being introduced to it to a tournament, there was probably no other way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just guess, especially if nobody had that much experience or they had prior experience. So it should have just that's really was the best way, based on who has previous Zelda 2 experience, regardless of whether they were playing this version or not.
I was probably ranked a lot higher than I should have been, just based on the fact that I played a bunch of races, and I was fortunate enough to place second in a couple races, and people forfeiting in those races boosted my points in SRL more than my skill did.
Yeah, that's what's weird about the whole SRL thing. Just because those guys who had been doing the previous version, everything they had was so heavily weighted. So if you come in second place to Dig Shake, who has 1,000, and I think I probably only had 20, 50 points, something like that. There was a period there where I did decent. I either won or got second place in a few races, and I went from 50 to 400.
Or somebody who races a lot, like King Dahl or Yunos, if they have to forfeit for some reason because the flash cart crashes, the console goes bad, or their family shows up and they have to do something and didn't have time to do the race. It gifted you 20 spots in the SRL rankings, and you still finished last in the race of all the people who who were still in the race. So
yeah, that's true. Well, it looks like we have
he did quit. He did quit, and he left. Actually, he didn't even end the race inside of SRL and IRC. Oh no, he left and then he came back. So there he is, dot forfeit. So Burb has turned off the game and left the IRC channel. So we want to listen. He attempted to play a tournament he may not have been totally 100% familiar with. So there's a lot of credit given to him for trying and for wanting to do this. It's much appreciated. I hope he sticks with it.